Greetings to my respected elders, my brothers and my sisters, and to all those who are not yet believers. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdullilah Rabbil Alameen. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, all praises to Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. I testify that there is no God worthy of worship but Allah, and I testify that Muhammad is his messenger. We send blessings and peace upon the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and all of his followers until the day of recompense. My brothers and my sisters, I want to take a few minutes just to touch base with you, kind of let you know it has been a good day, mashallah. Some parts of it have been really fruitful and beneficial. Some parts of it have been surprisingly discouraging. Discouraging for the state of the Ummah. I'll put it that way. Inshallah, I'll be able to touch base on it a little bit later once I am able to get back home and get all my footage edited and all that stuff. But I just want to say that there are things going on within the Muslim communities. They have the tabligis that go around and give Dawah to Muslims within communities, around the states and different counties and communities and cities and whatnot, right? And there's a lot of brothers and sisters who say they get offended about that. Nobody should be teaching us our deen, etc., etc. But let me tell you something. I see the need. As a revert to Islam, you are kind of like a traveler without a home a lot of times. Not me personally as much anymore, because I have you, brothers and sisters, Alhamdulillah, and you guys have become my community. And I'm so grateful for each and every one of you for being a part of my community, me being a part of your community, really, subhanallah. But for other brothers and sisters who don't have that, I can see why the temptation to give up Islam in favor of something else would be there. I really can. Because as a revert, man, a lot of times, and no disrespect or no disrespect intended or offense intended to born Muslims, but as a revert, you got to understand, we choose Islam. We made an informed decision to choose Islam, right? We weren't born into it. We didn't grow up with it. We chose it. We chose it. Allah chose us and we chose it. And we did that through careful study and introspection and figuring things out for ourselves. And then what happened was, we made an active decision to become Muslim, to submit ourselves, right? And because of that, we try to give it, I believe, for the most part, we try to give it our 100% effort, man. Subhanallah. Not saying that born Muslims don't. There are a lot of born Muslims who do. But there are a lot of born Muslims who don't. And there are a lot of reverses on. But anyways, back to the point of what I'm getting at. I can very well see exactly why, brothers and sisters, new reverts will leave Islam and return to whatever religion they left to begin with. And it's not based off the actual doctrine or the dogma or anything about the religion itself. They know Islam is true. They believe La ilaha illallah, Muhammadan Rasulullah. They fully, firmly, 110% have no doubt in their heart about Allah, all of his messengers, the angels, the last day, the 5 pillars. They agree with that. The sisters even agree with modest dress and behavior and covering themselves. But they're not welcome. They're not welcome. They're shunned as if what they have to say and what they have to talk about is not important. They're pushed aside and made to feel like the questions they may have, the concerns that they may have, the suggestions that they may have go unheard and unnoticed. And that's not a good way to feel. That is not a good way to feel as far as having a feeling of being respected and of, maintaining your self-respect and your dignity. As a Muslim, you want to be heard. I mean, just even as a human being, get religion out of it, but just as a human being from a human standpoint, everybody wants to be heard. Everybody wants to feel like they're being heard, right? I'm not saying that all reverts have the answer to all problems or anything like that, okay? There's a lot of us that are just getting by, and we realize that we're just getting by. There's a lot of us that think we know more than we actually know, and Allah knows best. Check out this view, y'all, mashallah. Real quick, just look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Man, alhamdulillah. I'm telling you, I could just drive. I would give my CDLs and drive a big truck, but I don't want to carry 80,000 pounds down a mountain with a 45-degree incline. No, thank you. That's moving too fast with too much weight. Too much can go wrong. So respect and shout out to truck drivers. You're doing big work right there, mashallah. My mother was a truck driver, alhamdulillah. My stepdad was a truck driver. But anyway, so yeah, brothers and sisters want to be heard, right? They want to help. They want to be understood too, and they also want to understand. A lot of times, man, you get into Islam and there's these concepts and things that you don't understand, and you feel like you don't got nobody to ask. When you go to the masjid, you might be able to ask a brother, but he's usually busy on his phone. He's usually rushing you away, acting as if you are a bother, acting maybe as if he's in a hurry. And it's not because the brother's doing it to you personally because you're revert. Maybe. Allah knows best. Possibly it is. I don't know. But it may be because you're from a different culture and they don't feel comfortable talking to you like that. They may not be just wanting to open up to you for whatever reason. But brothers and sisters, for you reverts out there who experience these brick walls and you're running into dead ends, don't give up, man. Don't give up. It ain't worth giving up. Islam is a religion of truth and a religion of peace. And I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, I come across things on this trip that borderline, they were offensive. They were offensive. It was all I could do to not snatch somebody's face off, But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells me not to do that. And I'm talking about getting on brothers now. I ain't talking about non-Muslims. I'm talking about getting on brothers. It's all I can do to not get real serious real fast with some people. And, trying to give them a beautiful correction and then understanding that they don't want to receive that correction because they're too high and mighty because they're born Muslim and you're just a revert. What do you know? Doesn't matter how long you've been a revert. It doesn't matter what books you've read or who you've studied under. It doesn't matter, none of that stuff. It doesn't matter your devotion and level of love and submission to Allah to them. All they know is you're not a born Muslim. What could you possibly know, white boy? I mean, they ain't gonna say that. They ain't gonna say that because I'm gonna go hands, or I'm gonna have to pull myself back from going hands. It's haram to shed the blood of a Muslim. Can't do that. So anyway, other than that, I have had the opposite end of the spectrum today as well. I can't wait to go into it a little bit, kind of put some things together to show y'all, alhamdulillah. I'm just excited, this whole trip has been good so far, mashallah. It's been good and it's been bad. It's been an eye-opening and it's also been frustrating, and I swear there's the Ghostbusters card. I hope y'all got to see that. That was literally the Ghostbusters car, wallahi. So anyway, I'll catch you soon, inshallah. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And share this content, man, with anybody that you think's going to benefit from it. All you brothers and sisters out there who have become channel members, subhanallah, alhamdulillah. La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Thank you so much for joining the membership. Pass it on, brothers and sisters. The more members I get, man, the more people that are members is the more dawah, the more opportunity I get to make dawah material. Inshallah. So help your brother out, or you're a bad Muslim. No, I'm just kidding. Astaghfirullah. I'm just kidding. All right, brothers and sisters. Till next time, remember that there's one God and only one God, and He alone is worthy of worship.